One of my all-time favorite Christmas movies is technically not even a Christmas movie. It's the Hudsucker Proxy, made in 1994 by two Jewish guys, Joel and Ethan Cohen of Fargo fame. Now, if you've never heard of the movie, it's because it bombed badly at the box office for a bunch of reasons. One of them being that this movie is hard to pigeonhole. Not because it's a bad movie. I think it's a brilliant one. But if you're looking for a Christmas movie, probably the last thing you would expect is an homage to the screwball comedies of the 30s and 40s, complete with fast-talking newspaper people, cynical CEOs, the local yokel who was underestimated by everyone, the cute, wisecracking girl who works her way into his life trying to expose him, but really falling for him, and smart, hilarious, rapid-fire dialogue. Now, the way I see it, there's two kinds of Christmas movies. The one kind is the kind that clearly telegraphs this is a Christmas movie by bringing in the elves and the sleighs and the reindeer and the fat suits and sprinkling everything with a thick coat of holiday sentiment, which is fine, because there's a place for them for sure. And two, there's the kind that likes to explore why we love Christmas. And that usually boils down to an unexpected gift of rediscovering the meaning of life and love. And that's a category that this movie fits into. It's also funny and fast. It's got wonderful, quirky characters. And it's got this fabulous, beautiful look to it. It's probably the most luxurious movie that the Coen brothers ever made. Set in December of 1958, it relishes in the lush designs of that post-war era. The set pieces are just amazing, from the dungeon-like mailroom all the way down to a little bit higher up, the cavernous spaces where the accounting drones dwell, to the enormous clock room on the 44th floor, the 45th, counting the mezzanine. And you'll get that joke once you've watched the movie. There's an angel, there's miracles, there's wonderment, there's snow, but everything is slightly twisted. It's just not what you expect it to be for a Christmas movie. There's also a wise old man who lives way on top of the building, and his name, aptly, is Moses, because he's able to stop time just when you need it. There's also false teeth and lots of hula hoops. And I told you, it's an unusual movie. The narrative framework for the movie is this deeply depressed man who is actually about to jump out of a window, contemplating where his life went off the rails. And we see this life played back through an extended flashback until we get to this unusual angel who gives him a second chance. Now, if that sounds familiar, just check the top of pretty much every best Christmas movie ever list, and you will understand why I think this movie belongs in there as a canny yet affectionate version of It's a Wonderful Life for our times. Now, I grant you, the Hudsucker Proxy may not be for everyone, and it does help to be familiar with the Hollywood classics to really get the movie and the many references it makes. But give it an honest shot, and you might be pleasantly surprised, just as I was and still am. So that's it for this week. Join me next week for another one. And in the meantime, leave a note. What are some of your favorite Christmas movies? Share your thoughts, and I'll see you next week.